Airfare doesn't have to be expensive. Small changes when you fly can save hundreds. I recently booked a nonstop round-trip flight on Delta from Orlando to Detroit for $119. I'll show you some simple tricks that help you find deals just like this one. And at the end, I'll share with you how to get a free air travel. Stick around. First tip, fly midweek whenever possible. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are often cheaper days to fly. The reason for this is there are fewer business travelers, which means less demand and lower prices. Weekend-only trips usually cost more. So again, going on a Friday, coming back on a Sunday. Even shifting your trip one day can make a big difference. For example, maybe leaving on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday. Tip 2, take early morning flights. Early flights tend to be cheaper and less crowded. They're also usually more on time and have fewer delays because planes are already at the airport. It makes sense first thing in the morning. The pilots go home, spend the night, the plane stays. It's ready for the morning when the first travelers are there. Sure, it can mean an early alarm, but it often means real savings. Coming up in a few weeks, I get to talk my wife into getting up at 3 in the morning to catch a 6 a.m. flight. But it's what I'm willing to do to save money. So avoid the delays. Fly early. Hey, if you're finding this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. Tip 3, when you're looking to reserve flights in the online systems, make sure you always check the box, my travel dates are flexible. This one's a game changer. So here's an example screen that shows what I'm talking about on Delta's site. United, the other big airlines, they all have something similar. Even some of the travel websites and apps have a similar feature. So make sure you check that box. As you can see, I'll show it up on the screen. I'm kind of looking at it. So again, if you fly Thursday, again, the departures are on the left, leaving on a Thursday, February 26th, and returning on Monday, you can get a fare as low as $139. But look at what happens if you decide to leave on a Monday, the 23rd, for example, and come back on a Friday, 4 days later, right? Flying Monday to Friday, $667 versus $139. So let's look at if you were to leave on Monday, the 23rd, and come back that Friday, $667, right? So this table that the airline generated, this is Delta's website here, right? It shows you how much you can save depending on when you're willing or able to fly. In this case, Thursday to Monday is the sweet spot, and they certainly show it, and that they're not shy about sharing what that cost is. These are hidden deals you won't see otherwise. If you just pick, hey, I want to leave on the 23rd through the 27th, it only shows the flights on that day. It doesn't give you the flexibility of days surrounding it. So make sure you check, my days are flexible. That's how I found this $119 nonstop round-trip Delta flight, right, from Orlando to Detroit we talked about earlier. Again, point 4, be flexible with departure and return dates. Right, flying out on a Thursday instead of a Friday, coming back on a Monday instead of a Sunday. These are small changes and can cut airfare in half. You don't need total flexibility, just a little bit. One day can save you, $50 to $100. Hey, let me know in the comments if you've seen this feature and used it when you book your flights, and how much has it saved you? Okay, I promise a bonus point. This is how I got 2 free round-trip tickets from Detroit to Rome. I actually borrowed the idea from a friend of mine. Totally legal. It's just leveraging credit card companies and their mileage programs. So what you want to do is you want to look for a credit card company that offers a high mileage benefit if you sign up for their card. And I'm talking about, 60, 70,000 miles. You don't want one that's 10 or 20,000. So look for somebody that is offering 60,000 miles. You sign up for the credit card, just you and your name. You have to make $3,000 or $4,000 in purchases in the first 3 or 4 months on that card to lock in those 60,000 miles. But then the rest of that year, you make your purchases and apply them towards that card. Okay, after you lock in the points, then what you do is you refer your spouse or significant other to that same card. you get a 20,000 mile referral bonus on your card. They sign up. You move all of the charges to their credit card now. So they're locking in their 60,000 miles, right, and accruing miles from that point forward. Here's the key. You've got to find a credit card that doesn't charge a fee up front. They let you use the card for the first year. Just before the year ends, you make sure you transfer the miles to your airline frequent flyer program, Delta or United or whatever, and then you cancel your card just before it expires. Your significant other, their card's going to run for another 2 or 3 months because they're behind you. They do the same thing. Just before the year is up, transfer the mileage to the programs and then cancel that card. There's a link in the description on how to do this. I've made a whole separate video on that. And there should be a card up here that you can click to go to that link. Cheaper flights are there. Airlines reward flexible travelers. The more rigid your dates, the more you pay. A few extra clicks can save you hundreds of dollars. If this video helped you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I picked this video for you to watch, and YouTube picked a different one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.